Welcome to another Workflow Wednesday. I'm Eric Schumacher Rasmussen, the CMO at Norsk. This week, we're going to look at two Norsk Studio components that go hand in hand: sync external audio and audio mixer. Now, during live events, you'll sometimes have a main audio feed that might have commentary and another audio feed that might have ambient noise or crowd noise. Norsk Studio lets you sync and mix those sources dynamically, and here's Adrian Rowe to show you how.
We're going to look at two components together because it probably makes more sense to talk about both of them together. One of those is sync external audio, which kind of does what you'd expect it to. It allows you to sync external audio sources. And hand in hand with that is the audio mixer component, which again does what you'd expect. So let's start with a simple workflow. Here I've got an SRT source coming in and we're publishing it as WebRTC. Let's say, for whatever reason, that this particular feed contains crowd noise or something like that, but I have a completely separate SRT feed containing my commentary or whatever else, what other audio it might be that I need to be integrating. So if we stick an external, so let's call this one external audio. And I'm going to have that come in on port 5000. And that's going to just be audio. There's the external audio coming in. Now, these two feeds might be about the same thing, but there's nothing at all to guarantee that they're going to be in sync. So how can Studio help you fix that? Let's look at the sync external audio component. So let's drop one of those onto the workflow and let's take the audio from this external audio. So I don't want the video. I'm just going to take the audio. Thank you very much. And I'm going to take the audio and video from there so that this one kind of represents my master. What I want to do is to get this audio and put the two in sync. Now what I want to do is to take the audio from here and the audio coming out of my sync node, merge them together. Well, strange enough, that's where the mixer comes in. So if I drop in my audio mixer, I can say into that audio mixer, I'm going to have the audio coming out of my sync component, and I'm also going to have the audio coming direct from my SRT source. And the only other thing I'm going to change is that I no longer take the audio direct from the SRT source. I'm just going to take the video and I'm going to take the audio that's come out of my mixer. So there you have it. I've got my source coming in with audio and video. I've got some completely unrelated audio coming in from a different source. I'm going to sync those two things together. I'm going to mix them together and I'm going to publish it. And it really is as simple as that. So let's start main source. Let's start my external audio, which is completely and utterly different. And you can see here that in my sync interface, I get to see the main video stream and I get to hear the external audio coming in at the same time. And then I can perform small nudges or large nudges on that so that they come back in sync. And then having got those two in sync, I can then sit there and mess with the balances of the various different levels before publishing them.
There you have it. Audio sync and mixing in just a couple of steps within the same interface. It's another example of how Norsk Studio takes really complex functions and makes them really simple. Get in touch if you want to learn more, and we'll see you next week on another Workflow Wednesday.